Hi, my name's Brandy Severson, and my brother was Brock Severson. Um, he was born on July 21st, 1990, and was my baby brother. For 27 years, he was my best friend. The most amazing person I've ever met in my entire life, and I'm so fortunate that I got to spend that time with him. It was taken from us on May 9th, 2018, and our lives changed forever in that moment. We no longer have a smiley, happy, grounded, motivated, amazing person in our lives. Brock was a fighter, a lover, a survivor, and a warrior. His purpose on this planet was to make people's lives better. And if you ask any of his friends or family or anybody he even met, his smile could just fill up a room with love. And when Brock was around, you knew you were safe and secure, and life was good with Brock. This will be our third year participating in the MADD Walk, and it has given us a really good, strong outlet to really honor my brother in a way that so many families are touched by, and the memory mile is going to be very difficult to miss this year. When we do the MADD Walk, it's not just for Brock, it's for everybody that has been a victim or is a survivor of a drunk driving or drug driving incident. And it's so important that we bring awareness and support to this cause as it's affecting so many people. Since we can't walk in person this year as a result of current situations in the world, it's so important that we come together as a community, a worldwide community. Every year I will walk for Brock. Every year I will donate to MADD Walk. Every year I will honor my brother, and just as he honored everything in his life. I want to thank MADD for all the support that they've given us throughout the years, and I want to let you know that the funds that are raised for this are being used to help people.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Green, Program Manager for Mothers Against Drunk Driving Colorado. I'm here with Julie Legg, who is the team captain for Chris's crew. Julie, would you like to tell us a little bit about Chris's crew? Who is Chris?
Yeah, Chris was my son, and he was 23 years old when he was killed by a drunk driver on Colorado Boulevard. We started Chris's crew, obviously, in memory of Chris. And every year we set our goal at how old Chris would be times 100. And this year, Chris would be 39. And so our goal this year for Chris's crew is $3,900. We have far surpassed that goal. We surpass that goal every year because we have amazing donors and people on our team as well. So yeah, Chris was 20 years old when he called us one day and said, "Guess what I did?" And not knowing how to answer that question, I told him he was going to have to tell me. And he was really excited, and he told me he had enlisted in the Air Force. And I couldn't think of what to say right away, but when I finally did say something, what I said was, "Wow, what made you decide to do that?" And Chris said, "Mom, I'm 20 years old and I want my life to make a difference." I will never forget that he told me that. And that is part of the reason why we have Chris's crew every year. because it's important for us to continue to make sure that Chris's life makes a difference. And we like to hope that that's true with what we do with Mothers Against Drunk Driving here in Colorado. Um, People from MADD Colorado have been with us probably since day one. Um, I know that there were people from MADD at every hearing that we attended. MADD sent us information about the legal process. They sent us information about what we might expect from coworkers, from family members, from ourselves. And they were always and continue to be supportive and offer any kind of assistance. We still get a card from MADD Colorado on the date of Chris's birth and around the time of the crash. So what else can we do but support?
Thank you so much, Julie, and thank you to your team. We're excited to see you out there on August 1st.
We're excited to be there. We're going to walk around Windsor Lake and think about Chris, and also think about the many other victims of this needless type of death and destruction.
Thank you so much, Julie.
You're welcome. Thank you, Rebecca.
Hey, this is Fran with MADD Colorado, and joining me right now is Matt Mitchell from Scram Systems. Matt, thank you so much for being here.
Great to be here, Fran. Really excited about the upcoming walk.
Us too. And I just wanted to spend a little time talking with you about Scram Systems. Could you just first tell us a little bit about what your company does and how it relates to our mission to save lives on our roads?
Sure thing. We're really closely aligned. So not only are we based in Littleton, Colorado, we're a medium-sized technology company that has evolved technologies that directly address impaired drivers more from the court sentencing standpoint. Over the past 17 years, we've seen our technology called SCRAM, continuous alcohol monitoring, proliferate throughout the courts here, not only in Colorado, but across the US and overseas. And our mission is very similar. We want to hold individuals accountable, help them get sober through the use of technology and reporting back to the courts.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I know the Scram Systems team has really gotten it after it this year for Walk Like MADD. You have raised over 10,000 and you have walkers participating all across the state, right?
Yeah, we're excited. We really stepped up this year in terms of our efforts to recruit volunteers, participate in the campaign this year. We've got 22 virtual walkers, most of them based here, that will be out and about in their local neighborhoods tomorrow in the Denver area. But we also have walkers in Montana, Florida, Ohio, Illinois, just to name a few of the other states. So we're excited.
Wow, that's incredible. And we're so grateful for your enthusiasm and for your hard work to raise those funds to save lives and support victims. And for Walk Like MADD, this year with our virtual walk, we're going to have hundreds of people participating all across Colorado, also in other states, as you mentioned. Is there a message that you'd like to share with them?
Well, for our local team, let's get out there. Let's support the campaign by wearing our MADD masks and make sure that we've got visibility and awareness, make sure that we're being safe in the communities that we're walking in. I think that's our first message to folks. Secondly, we are walking as we have in the past, really to support the victims and the victim services that MADD provides. We think it's incredibly important, especially in light of the current situation. So it's an honor for us to look at supporting the victims. We also are out there walking to support the overall mission of ending impaired driving. We think that's where both of our missions come together and in maybe different paths. And So that's what we're looking to accomplish tomorrow in terms of the message that we want to send to everyone.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for all your
You're
hard work
welcome.
again. Thank you for your fundraising, and thank you for the work that you do every day to save lives on our roads. Thank you so much.
We're proud to be supporters, and we're looking forward to some sunshine and maybe some cool weather in the morning tomorrow.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Matt.
Thanks, friend. Take care. See you.
You too.
At King Soopers, we are grateful for the work that MADD does to keep our communities safe. We are dedicated to making our neighborhoods safer places to live, work, and shop, and that is why we are proud to sponsor Walk Like MADD. While the walk, just like many other events in our lives, will look different this year, one thing remains the same, and that's the importance of this event to raise awareness and funds to eliminate drunk and drug driving. So from all of us here at King Soopers, a great big thank you to everyone on the MADD team and to each and every one of you who are walking to make a difference. Thank you.
Life is a journey filled with lessons, joy, and laughter. Life is also a journey filled with hardships and unbelievable heartbreaks. Scott and I have been blessed with 3 beautiful daughters. On September 8, 1997, our family was complete when our son, Kyle, was born. Kyle was a bundle of joy and energy. Any mother knows the moment you hold your baby in your arms for the first time, you will never be the same. Kyle grew up with parents that loved him beyond measure and sisters that adored him. Kyle was happy, funny, compassionate, and forgiving. With his unforgettable smile, his quick sense of humor, and infectious laugh, he could light up any room. Kyle was born with beautiful blue eyes, with a kind heart and a gracious spirit. He was a friend to all. 2 days before Thanksgiving 2016, for the last time, I wrapped Kyle in my arms and gave him a big hug. I held him in my arms and told him that I loved him. Little did I know that this would be the last time. Early that Thanksgiving morning, we received a knock on our door from 3 police officers telling us that our son had been hit and killed by a drunk driver. Kyle's journey had ended by a senseless, selfish, preventable act. To lose Kyle this way is unfathomable. It is difficult to accept. Every day we ache for his presence. Since the death of our son, MADD Colorado has helped us navigate through the unimaginable. They have given us emotional support when needed and given us a voice to share Kyle's story. Today we walk with MADD Colorado, our family and our friends, to bring awareness about the dangers of drunk driving and encourage people to never drink and drive. If just one person hears our message and makes a different choice about drinking and driving, that will make sharing our story worth it. We can't bring Kyle back, but we can join with MADD in helping prevent another family's heartache.
Hi, right now I am talking with Janet Fricke, the managing attorney of the Fricke Law Firm. Janet is also a past MADD Colorado board member and a longtime sponsor of Walk Like MADD. Hey, Janet, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And so we are just thrilled that the Fricke Law Firm has continued its partnership as a sponsor of Walk Like MADD. I think this might be your 11th year, Janet.
That's amazing. I'm surprised at how quickly the time has gone. I've truly enjoyed being a sponsor of such a worthy cause.
Well, thank you so much, Janet. We're really grateful for your contributions to saving lives and supporting victims. And I was wondering if you could tell me just a little bit about your firm and why you're so passionate about MADD's mission.
So my law firm is a specialty law firm that specializes in personal injury and in workers' compensation. And over the years, I've seen just the devastation to families as a result of not only drunk, drugged, but distracted driving. And it is a wonderful way to reach out and give back to the community.
So thank you thank you so much for your passion for making our roads safer. And can you tell me about your involvement in Walk Like Mad? You've been a sponsor for all these years. What keeps you connected and keeps you coming back to Walk Like Mad?
It is one of my favorite fundraisers that MADD does each year. And the reason that I like it so much, it is a way to give back and to have all of the staff of the law firm be involved as a team. It's a very festive environment. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy walking. And it's also a great way to remember all of the people who have been impacted by drugged or distracted drivers. And I enjoy it very much, actually.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Janet. And, you know, we've got this year with our Colorado virtual Walk Like Mad, we've got hundreds of people participating all across Colorado. Is there a message that you would like to share with them?
I would like to share with them that this organization does so much with so little, and that the primary impact is not only supporting victims, but being involved to make sure that this is that the drunk, and distracted driving hopefully end. And I appreciate the goals of the organization and being able to be a part and assist with that all of these years.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Janet. Thanks for making the time to talk with me today. And we are really excited for Walk Like Mad this year, and grateful again for the Fricky Law Firm for joining us as a sponsor again this year.
Absolutely. You're the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet.
Hi, my name is Jeannie Highline Lloyd, and I'm here to tell you why I walk like mad. I walk like mad because on October 16, 2008, Craig Highline, the love of my life, was taken from me. He was riding his motorcycle home from a meeting when he was rear-ended and killed by a drunk driver. I walk like mad to support MADD's mission. Because of MADD, I was given a chance to tell my story, to help other people who are affected by drunk driving, to meet other victims and not feel quite so alone, but also to have the chance to help change laws so that we don't have to suffer this fate anymore for anybody. Hashtag no more victims.
Hi, this is Fran from MADD Colorado, and I'm here today with Glenn Davis from the Highway Safety Office with CDOT. CDOT is one of our closest partners. We work with them on initiatives and campaigns throughout the year. And so, Glenn, thank you so much for joining me today. And I just wanted to start out with, if you could talk a little bit about our partnership and what it means to CDOT.
Hi, Fran. Thank you so much for having me. CDOT has many partners, but one of the most important partners we have in addressing impaired driving is MADD. We work with MADD on the Colorado Task Force on Drunk and Impaired Driving. We also have a project with MADD on court monitoring. And when we do outreach and different events, we always include our partner with MADD to speak out for the victims and also for the motoring public.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been able to work together on campaigns from Taiwan on for Safety or holiday DUI enforcement. We work together on the law enforcement awards with CDOT. That's been a great partnership for us, and we're really grateful for it. So we know also we've got Walk Like Mad, and CDOT is participating in that. We've got a number of folks from CDOT who are going to be walking with us. And so could you talk a little bit about that, why you're going to be walking and Walk Like Mad?
Sure. Well, CDOT has been participating in Walk Like Mad for many years, and we find it to be a real good activity for our team, a good team building activity. This year, our team is called the Colorado Drug Recognition Expert and Standard Field Sobriety Testing Team. That's a pretty long title, but what it is, a lot of that is law enforcement law enforcement officers, and CDOT staff members that are highly trained in impaired driving enforcement and detection. We think it's just a real great way to work with the community. And also we've met so many good people throughout the years, and a lot of our other partners join us in this event. It's just a good, healthy event. It's going to be a little different this year virtually, but we're still looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know we've got people joining from across the state that are going to be a part of that team. It's one advantage that we have with the virtual Walk Like Mad, that we're able to really get everybody involved across Colorado. And so there are hundreds of people participating in Walk Like Mad across the state. Is there anything that you'd like to say to them, a message for them on behalf of CDOT?
Well, yes, sir. We really support them. We're supported by so many people and citizens every year, and I think this is our chance to give back. Impaired driving has really lessened since the 80s, but it's really stabilized in the 30s, and it's unfortunate that we still have to address this. We look every year at our countermeasures, and a lot of them are based on number of fatalities and impaired driving crashes. And we never forget that all of those numbers, those are people with families and friends. And after a DUI crash, the impact of the family happens. So we support what they're doing. Thanks so much for coming out. And we'd love to hear your stories of why you're here. And we'd love to hear stories of your loved ones that you've lost. It's important that we continue to keep that dialogue open.
Yeah, I know every time we're in a meeting with the Colorado Task Force on Drunk and Impaired Driving, you always make sure to say, when we're talking about stats, we're not just talking about numbers, we're talking about people. And that's really important to us at MADD. I'm really grateful for our partnership with CDOT. And as you said, we've had really great success over the years in saving lives on our roads. Unfortunately, there's still a lot more work that we need to do, and we are grateful for our partners at CDOT.
Well, we're happy to do it. Every year, Colorado loses about 150 people on Colorado roadways to impaired driving crashes. And for the type of roadways we have, the type of vehicles, the type of technology, and the type of alternative rides available, that's just inexcusable. But we'll keep working on this until we have zero impaired driving deaths in the state and the U.S.
Well, thank you, Glenn. We are grateful for our partnership with CDOT. We're so thankful that you're part of Walk Like Mad, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.
Thank you so much, Fran. We look forward to seeing you on virtual Walk Like Mad.
Hi, my name is Kim, and I want to share why MADD is so very important to me. On February 24th, 2017, myself and two friends were driving from Colorado to Arizona to do some obstacle races over the weekend. We were hit from behind on the freeway by a very young, intoxicated driver going over 110 miles per hour. Two of us are left with lifelong, devastating injuries, while my friend Karina was killed. She was killed for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. No other reason. Someone made the irresponsible decision to get behind the wheel of a car while they were intoxicated. Drunk and drugs driving is 100% preventable. There's no reason for it. It shouldn't be happening at all, yet it does, every day. Every day, multiple people become a statistic on a chart. That's not what I want. MADD has helped me in so many ways, and all I want to do is to give back. I hope that one day there won't be a need for MADD, but until then, we have a lot of work to do. Thank you so much for helping me help others. Remember, 1 in 3 people will be affected by drunk driving. I never thought this would happen to me, and I don't want Karina to ever be forgotten. She didn't deserve to die. Thank you for being a part of MADD's event in honor of all of those affected by intoxicated driving. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Fran with MADD Colorado, and today I am joined with Corporal Nicholas Hazlett from the Colorado State Patrol and the Pikes Peak DUI Task Force. And so we're going to talk a little bit about what the task force does and why they're a part of Walk Like MADD. So welcome, Corporal Hazlett.
Thanks for having me, Fran.
All right. So as chair of the Pikes Peak DUI Task Force, can you tell us a little bit about what the task force does throughout the year?
Absolutely. The Pikes Peak Regional DUI Task Force, it's an organization developed around law enforcement agencies and partnerships in El Paso, Teller, Pueblo counties, and even Fremont County as of this last year. The mission of the Pikes Peak Regional DUI Task Force is to eradicate all forms of impaired driving through enforcement, education, and those community partnerships. It was formed in 2005 in response to an unusually high number of fatal accidents in the city of Colorado Springs in Colorado involving alcohol and drugs. And members of the agencies of the task force, they have a vested interest in reducing that number of DUI or impaired drivers, reducing crashes, reducing fatalities in the Pikes Peak region by identifying those drivers who were found to be impaired from alcohol or drugs or both while operating a motor vehicle on our roadways here in Colorado.
And the task force membership is pretty broad, right? There's district attorneys, probation, law enforcement, community organizations like MADD.
Correct. Yes, sir. Yep. And STAD and the hospitals locally. It spans quite the partnership.
Mm-hmm. And our good friends at Drive Smart as well.
Absolutely. Our co-chair, Miley Gray, is the director of Drive Smart Colorado. And all parties have a vested interest in the education and increased awareness of the community, regardless of the negative aspects of driving while impaired. Everyone has that mutually invested effort in keeping our roadways safe. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool to see everyone coming together, working to save lives, like you said, through prevention, education, and enforcement. We really appreciate all the work that the task force does throughout the year. And so
we appreciate partnership with MADD through all the years ever since the beginning of the task force. So thank you for your partnership as well and all of your support.
Of course. Glad to do it. And I really appreciate your leadership and all the work that we're able to do together. And so with Walk Like MADD, I know the task force has a Walk Like MADD team. Can you tell us a little bit about why your team is walking?
Absolutely. Obviously, those that are in the task force, some of us are in law enforcement. I'd say about half are in law enforcement. The other half are our civilian partners, like we've already mentioned. We've all been affected personally or professionally by impaired drivers. And I mean, I've shared my family story with the task force and being a victim, and our family's being a victim as well, by losing my uncle to a selfish impaired driver who had no business being on the road. We support what MADD does in your mission. The reason why we're walking is because we want to raise that awareness and make our roadways safer. We want to be there for the victims too. We know that when a crash that involves an impaired driver, whether it injures the victims or takes their life, these things don't go away. It becomes a part of our lives and part of who we are, and it's our story. So I think it's important to share those stories so we can prevent that from happening to somebody else.
Well, it really is. It's an honor for me to be able to walk with you and with the task force members, on behalf of all the victims, to save lives and to support victims and survivors right here in Colorado. And I wanted to ask, with hundreds of people participating in Walk Like MADD across Colorado, do you have a message that you'd like to share with them?
From the task force, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for not just the donations, but thank you for walking. Thank you for what you bring with your heart. It's so well-rounded from all of our approach and how and why and where we're all coming from. Thank you so much for walking and supporting MADD Colorado, MADD, just nationally speaking. And thanks for supporting the task force as well. Please keep up the hard work. We're going to keep up the hard work on the road. I'm on the road today. We're gonna keep up our work and keep our roads safe every day, every time we come on duty. So thank you for what you do. Keep up the hard work, guys, and we'll see you out there.
Well, thank you so much, Corporal Hazlett. I appreciate you joining me and talking more about the Pikes Peak Regional DUI Task Force, as well as talking about Walk Like MADD.
It's my pleasure, sir. Thank you.
All right, take care.
You too.
Hey guys, we're the Lapham family. I'm Gretchen.
I'm Will.
I'm
Jack. I'm Will.
Right. And we are walking like MADD this year, but here in our neighborhood. We're sad to be able to miss the event that we look forward to every year with our work family and our work friends and their family members and our family who comes into town from Ohio every year, and our friends who join us that we get to see and walk with everybody. But we wanted to tell you a little bit about why MADD is important to us and why we walk every year. So we were introduced to MADD a few years ago, and we think that their mission to support people who have been involved in accidents involving drunk drivers and drug drivers are really important. And so we've made it a mission for ourselves to educate our boys about it and let all of our friends know how important it is to us. So I'll let Joe tell you a little bit about why he finds it important as well.
So as an attorney who represents victims of drunk drivers, I see all the negative and the bad effects of everything. And I think it's important to be able to highlight that so it doesn't happen to other people. So I think the MADD Walk is a perfect opportunity to get out and spread the message of drunk driving is no good, and it hurts innocent people. And we want to make sure that that message gets out so that there are fewer and fewer drunk drivers on the road.
So I'd love to take a couple of minutes and just tell everybody why we love the actual Walk Like MADD event. I personally really am touched by the people that we meet who are walking in teams with the pictures of their loved ones who have been affected. You get to hear their stories, you get to talk to them about their loved ones, and I'm completely in awe of how MADD has supported them, as well as them being out there and just sharing their story, which is so hard, but it is really just an incredible event to be able to meet all the people who are walking in honor of those folks. Will, why do you enjoy walking the event?
I like walking because at the end I get to read all the stories and like how it happened, and it's like really sad.
In the memory mile?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jack, what about you?
I kind of like the same, but like also like they have some cool and fun stories about them. I also like that.
Great. All right, thanks. And Joe, what about you?
Yeah, same thing. I like that we get people out there to support the message and to shed light on what MADD is doing. So the memory mile is amazing. Getting the snow cones at the end is always fun too. We're gonna miss that this year.
Yeah, we are. Well, this year we're going to walk with our friends here in our neighborhood and continue to fundraise for this important event and this important cause. So we'll look forward to seeing everyone virtually. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Fran Lanzer with MADD Colorado, and today I'm joined by Chris Razzo from our Walmart Sparks team, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Walk Like MADD. Chris, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Hi, Fran. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. To begin with, I just wanted to ask, how did you get connected with MADD?
We got connected with MADD when I lost my son like 3 years ago, and then my market just reached out and got involved, and then we ran with it. So started there 3 years ago, and this is like going to be our fourth MADD Walk with you guys. So as a team, so.
Wow. Can you tell me a little bit about just how did the team get started with the Walmart Sparks? Because I know it's grown over the years, right?
Yeah, we got started because, when I lost my son, Chris Ortiz, I have a lot of good members with Walmart. We just don't work together. We life together, and we support one another and their organizations that what everyone has, because everyone has something different. And when I lost my son, they joined MADD. They got a team, and we it was quick because it was June, and then August came around, and it was a MADD Walk, and I was like, there was a lot of days, there was some days in my life, and then I was able to go there and be part of it. I remember bits and pieces of it, And then I was just thankful that I had my Walmart family with me to support me and, help guide me through that type of stuff. So, and also even with MADD, that's how we got started. And then after the second year, I just took over it, and we got bigger, and we got bigger last year, and I'm excited for us even this year, because now we're going to be, we're merging with the Supercenter side, because we were just small format. And now just excited to do that so we can impact the community, because it's our customers, it's our neighbors, it's our friends, it's our family, and even your neighbors, just being impactful to the community and giving back to the community. And I'm very thankful that I'm able to work for a company that allows me to do that. So.
Well, we are very grateful to be able to partner with you to save lives and support victims and survivors. And it's really an honor for us to be able to do that in memory of your son, Christopher. Could you just tell us a little bit more about him?
Yeah, well, he was killed by a drunk driver, and he just was full of energy. He was 21 years old, full of life. His life was just starting. He was in college, and then he wanted to take care of some elderly people with some of his friends that we were doing down in La Junta, Colorado. And so he started working at a place called Inspiration Field there. And it was just nice because he was able to do a lot of stuff he wanted to do. But growing up, he liked being on the farm. He used to sell goats with my father-in-law. Go to the sale barn in Fowler, Colorado. Best fries in that place, the waffle fries at that Fowler livestock place down there. And just being on the farm, always around animals. Loved fireworks. He loved sports. He was a big Patriots fan. It was interesting when the Broncos and Patriots would play, because it was always crazy. And he was like a Celtics fan, Boston Red Sox fan. So just full of life. He didn't get his license until he was like 18, because he was a baby. He was our baby. He was my baby. He was the baby of my family. And he was just, he had a big sister that took care of him. So he was just very blessed with my daughter Cherish. And so she would always like drive him to school, do this, and so when she moved out, he had to learn how to drive. So he just got his license, and he got his car maybe a year before he passed, his own car. I helped him get one. So it was interesting. It was neat. So yeah, that was him. And he liked music too. Had lots of friends.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like you said, just so amazing and just so full of life. And it really is an honor for us that you walk with us in honor of Christopher and his memory. So thank you. And I know with Walk Like MADD, there are going to be hundreds of people walking in Walk Like MADD across the state this year. And I was wondering if you had a message that you'd want to share with them.
Yeah, if you could guys, we just need to get the funds to MADD, because it helps a lot. It helps a lot of people, and you don't really know how impactful it is until you're part of it. It's nice that I get like a birthday card, or when my son's anniversary is coming up of his death. It came up in June, but his birthday's in a couple of days, and I got a letter. I got a birthday card note from MADD, Colorado, and it's nice for those little things that touch people and very impactful to the life. It's very impactful to the community. So just help support them, guys, and let's get some more money raised for these guys. It's a good thing, and it's a resource. And like I said, it's for it's our family, it's our neighbors, it's our friends. And for me, it's our customers. That I'm in retail, and it's for my customers too. So. We all have a different journey, but it's just be kind to others and take care of each other, because together we're better. So
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for being a part of Walk Like MADD. Thank you to the Walmart Sparks team. We're so grateful that you're a part of Walk Like MADD, and that you're committed, and that you're joining us in saving lives and supporting victims and survivors right here in Colorado. Thank you so much.
Thanks. See you, Fran.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Hello, this is Fran Lanzer with MADD Colorado, and right now I am joined by Colonel Matthew Packard of the Colorado State Patrol, one of our top partners. Colonel Packard, thank you so much for joining us.
Fran, thank you very much for the invitation. Wouldn't rather be anyplace else. I'm really excited to be a part of this and help MADD and the State Patrol accomplish our mission.
Awesome. Well, first, I was wondering if you could just talk a little bit about our partnership and why it's important to the Colorado State Patrol.
we have a shared partnership with Mothers Against Drunk Driving about just making our highways, our traffic ways, our state a safer place, specifically from those threats that come with transportation. And MADD has been an incredible partner for the Colorado State Patrol, specifically aimed at ridding our roads of impaired driving. And we have a lot of troopers out there that are working hard, day and night, and certainly supported through the efforts of MADD to support our enforcement operations. But we will never arrest enough people to rid Colorado and rid the United States of impaired driving. And our partnership with MADD is so important because we find different ways to reach people. To spread this message. And one of my favorite points to make in this specific area is people expect state troopers to say, "Don't drive impaired," but that message carries so much more when it's from a family member or a neighbor or a friend in the community. And MADD helps us reach those conversations through a variety of different efforts. So this partnership is certainly key and strategic to the men and women of the Colorado State Patrol to rid folks of impaired driving. And of course, when the unthinkable happens, there's a wake of victims left behind. And the Colorado State Patrol's victim advocacy in partnership with the services provided by MADD, we really have the opportunity to provide an incredible level of service to those victims and help them heal, help them understand, and to use those lessons learned to, again, get back to our prevention goal. So it is a partnership that we cherish here at the State Patrol, and one that we will keep at the top of our list because we save lives here, and we need MADD and the people of Colorado to accomplish that mission.
Definitely. Yeah, we are so grateful for all that you do, and to be able to work together on things like our 420 campaign to get people to plan ahead. I think for both of us, both for MADD and Colorado State Patrol, we really prefer that we don't have any DUI arrests because everyone is planning ahead, everyone's getting the message, and they're making smart decisions and making our roads safe.
It's one of my favorite messages to tell our troopers is that we're one of the few professions where we're trying to put ourselves out of business. And that is so true. I would much rather spend my day talking to groups and communities about the good work of this organization and invest resources in that, because we don't have the opportunity to enforce state law because everyone's following it already. We're not quite there yet, but again, this partnership with MADD is how we're moving in that direction.
And another part of our partnership is Walk Like MADD, and we have Colorado State Patrol teams participating in Northern Colorado and in Denver, and we've got Colorado State Patrol as part of the Pikes Peak DUI Task Force team in Colorado Springs. So could you talk a little bit about why Walk Like MADD is important to the patrol?
Well, I think what you'll find is this is our profession, you find the members of our organization that are truly personally connected to this mission specifically. And many of us are personally connected because we've lost troopers to impaired drivers. Several of us have family members that were impacted by impaired drivers. Some of us individually have been, damaged, hurt by impaired drivers. And then, you don't have to be a part of this organization very long to have a story, a crash, a family that you have become involved in your performance of your official duties to really have that personal touch. And a little over 1,200 members of this organization, and we all find that connection. And you can only do so much in a 10-hour shift, even with a little overtime at the end. But I think what you find for the members, the people of this organization, they are just that. They're people that are invested in their community. And Walk Like MADD is a way that we can come together from all aspects of the community to raise money and build support for this mission, and really help MADD help us selfishly, I suppose, in again curbing and ridding our roads of impaired driving. When we participate in these events, of course, I go back to, again, the stories of so many troopers that we've lost, specifically at the hand of an impaired driver, whether it be by drugs or alcohol, or a move over violation. And of course, appreciate the assistance that MADD provided in updating legislations regarding move over. But really, I think back to crashes that I've investigated. I spent a good portion of my career assigned to our unit that handles specifically fatal and felony crashes. And the families you get to know through that process, and just the hurt that you see that an impaired driver can put on not just one person. It's not just the person who's hurt. It is a network of human beings. It's their neighbors, their mothers and their fathers and their friends. It's all of those people. And Walk Like MADD, and again, our partnership with MADD provides us an opportunity to give back to those folks and find a way to prevent, even if it's just one family this week, from having to go through that and keep a trooper and a victim advocate out of somebody's living room in the middle of the night with the worst news that they're going to hear in their entire life. And that's what it's about. And we are willing to do whatever it takes, whether it's enforcement or just fundraising or community outreach. This is what's important to us. And the statistics show 30% of the people that die in car crashes across this country nationally for several years, roughly, are at the hands of an impaired driver, and that's just not acceptable. And yet again, another way we can bring that number down.
Definitely, these are 100% preventable tragedies, and we're so grateful for all the work that you and the patrol do to try and save lives on our roads, and for supporting us, both through our work and through Walk Like MADD. And I was wondering if there's a message you would like to share with everyone who's participating in Walk Like MADD. We've got hundreds of people all across the state. Is there something that you'd like to share with them?
The first thing that comes off the top of my head is to all of you that are out there, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for your commitment. But when you go home tonight and ice your feet, I suppose, and maybe have some water, sit down, relax, and know that today you're making a difference. And that means more to me personally and to the men and women of this organization and just so many families. It means more than you'll ever really know. But don't stop now. Please stay engaged in this effort. To Fran's point, these are 100% preventable incidents. And together, through using our voice, by setting the right example, we can make a difference to build upon the difference that you made today by participating in this Walk Like MADD. So thank you so much, and thank you for making a personal investment in the safety of Colorado and everybody that comes through here.
Well, thank you so much, Colonel Packard, and thank you so much to all of our partners in the Colorado State Patrol.
Thank you, Fran. It's good to talk to you.
Good to talk with you too.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and I'd like to share with you the reasons why I donate and walk with MADD. In 2014, I lost my niece Anastasia because she chose to drink and drive, and she ultimately took her own life. Immediately after her crash, I decided that I wanted to contact MADD Colorado to share her story so that I could possibly prevent others from making the same mistakes she did that night. When I first walked into MADD Colorado's office, I was welcomed by Lindsay Nicholson. She took me in, she gave me the support that I needed and really listened to me. From that day forward, I gained a love and respect for MADD Colorado. I choose to donate to MADD Colorado so that they can help other families like mine. And I choose to walk so I can represent my niece and all those that have passed before her. I'm asking you to consider donating and even walking so that you can also provide support that so many other people need.
Hi, I'm Fran with MADD Colorado, and today I'm joined by Denver District Attorney Beth McCann. We have worked with Beth for several years, first as a member of the state legislature when we worked on bills together, and now we get to work together with you in your role as Denver District Attorney. So thank you for joining me today.
My pleasure.
And can you talk a little bit about why Walk Like MADD is so important to your office?
So it gives our office and members of our office a way to give back, if you will, for the help that MADD gives to our victims and to our office. So we organize a team every year to actually walk or run. I'm a runner, so I usually run. But we also use it as a way to collect donations from the office to help support the important work that MADD does. And we are very proud to usually win the competition between different groups that raise money, and we're particularly conscious of whether we're going to be the 18th Judicial District Attorney's Office, because we have a little rivalry going there. And we usually do beat them, so that's always nice. But it gives our office a chance to do something fun and healthy and unify around such important work. And it coordinates with the work that we do in our office. So we're always very happy to participate in Walk Like MADD and support MADD through donations from our office. And we get pretty good participation from the office. Lots of people donate and believe in the work that MADD is doing.
Definitely, and it's fun for us to get to see people in a little bit different role. Of course, we'll be seeing people online instead of in person this year. However,
Yes.
it's a great chance for us to get to know some of the people that we work together on cases or memorial signs. So it's really fun for us, and we're so grateful that you're involved in making our mission possible to save lives and support victims and survivors right here in Colorado. And
yes,
so,
it's really important work. And I think that, it's people don't often realize how devastating incidents that involve drunk driving are. And so to have a group that is supportive and can give resources and make connections is really important. So thank you for all the work you do.
oh, well, thank you so much. I wanted to ask, we have hundreds of people participating in Walk Like MADD all across Colorado. And so I was wondering if you had a message that you'd want to share with them.
Yes, of course. Well, first of all, thank you, all of you, for being willing to help and help raise money, help go and do walks. It's important work. We see it every day, unfortunately, in our work. We see the importance of having a group like MADD that can provide that emotional and also just analytical support about what's going to be happening in court. People are, it's one of the worst points in anyone's life. And it's so important to have that support. So it's also important, I think, for the community to come together and support a really good cause. So I think people enjoy participating in something where they feel like they're giving back. And we really appreciate all the work that MADD does. So thank you to all of you. And I hope you enjoy whatever you're going to do virtually this year. And even if you're not a part virtually, we appreciate all those donations, and I know MADD really does appreciate your support.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you very much for talking with me, and look forward to catching up with you hopefully sometime soon, but definitely seeing you virtually for Walk Like MADD.
Great. Okay, thank you.
All right. Take care.
Okay, you too. Good to see you, Fran.
So Janea, I want to give you a little donation so that we can be partners in MADD. Got it?